Governor Rick Scott is on a statewide blitz today, one that landed him at our News Channel 5 studios. He's touting a budget deal that closes a nearly $4 billion deficit, and Scott says is a start on a more business and jobs-friendly atmosphere. His critics are asking, at what cost to the middle class? News Channel 5's Michael Williams had the opportunity to sit down with the governor, and he's joining us tonight with the story. Michael.
Interesting conversation. He headed from here to Pensacola, has been making the rounds around the state. A lot of debate, a lot of supporters, but a lot of critics, too, about all that's happened in the past 60 days. Corporate tax breaks, but an effective pay cut for middle-class teachers, police, and other state workers. And other states get on track today with the high-speed rail money Governor Scott turned down. I asked him about all of that. That Tampa to Orlando high-speed rail project with a promise of $2 billion in federal funding? No way, said Governor Scott, over bipartisan objections. But 15 other states, from Illinois to California, had no problem taking the money today. I asked Scott, the self-proclaimed jobs governor, about that when we sat down in our WPTV studios. How can other states be wrong and you right?
Well, it sounds like you like high-speed rail. Well, here's
no, but it's a fair question, is it not? So 15 other states accepted the money.
So let's think about it. A couple of months ago, they said that they cut that money out of the budget, and now they say they're divvying it up. So only in Washington can you divvy up money twice. But let's go back to why I turned it down. If you look at history, they didn't give us enough money to build it.
Scott and lawmakers faced tough choices to close a nearly $4 billion deficit. State workers, from teachers to police, will now pay 3% of their paychecks toward their pension. A first. That could save $1 billion. Jobless benefits are being trimmed, but Scott and GOP lawmakers found money for $60 million in corporate tax breaks, and if Scott had had his way, it would have been much more. Bottom line, when people say, Governor, are you balancing this on the backs of the middle class without another attention to spreading the pain? What do you say to him?
Well, if you go back and think about what we've got to do, we have to get our economy going again. My whole focus, my budget, the bills that I focused on is how do we get our state back to work? We have 1 million people out of work. If we don't make this the state, the business people want to do business, we'll never have the money to do these things. So we've got to reduce taxes. Let's take unemployment insurance. The companies are paying for that. The higher that goes, the fewer jobs they're going to have.
The debate about priorities and decisions goes on. While Governor Rick Scott may have been, at least in his words, the big winner of the 2011 legislative session, his opponents like Broward Democrat Jenne say the rich are the only winners.
I don't even think that the stuff going on here is conservative. I think it's elitist. I think it pits the richest 5 to 3% in our state against the other 95 or 97% of the people out there.
Those supporting the rights of immigrants were winners, at least according to one view. Lawmakers poised to pass an Arizona-style law, and that never got anywhere. Governor Scott, during his campaign as candidate, Scott pushed hard for that, Jim, but it just never went anywhere in this legislature.
Okay, the legislative session is over. The next big debate, however, on the front burner is probably going to be those growth management laws.
Because of what some consider a huge rollback in growth management that could affect every county and every community in the state of Florida, you're right. That is now going to be the law. The governor says it will allow localities to make better decisions about development, but that is going to be a huge debate that will impact all of us one way or the other.
And we'll be following it. Michael Williams, thank you.